Welcome back. It's that time again where we go over last month's numbers and see how I did as a business, and point out mistakes, point out what I did well, although I probably didn't do much that well last month. Just a little heads up there. If you're new to the channel, my name is Travis, and I've done general resale for a few years now, and I'm trying to make a switch to where like I mostly touch Lego. Like Lego is like my primary source of income, and it's been a transition I've been making over the year, and this is a little journal of the business aspect of that. So we have 11 eBay orders going out and 1 Bricklink order, and this is late Friday afternoon through early this morning. It is like just 8:15 Monday morning. So that number of sales for the amount of money you're about to see, we're gonna go over that before we get into some nitty-gritty details. Let's do it. First up is an N64 game. Oh, that was easy. Diddy Kong Racing. Done. Over here. Not Cornelius Yukon. Oh, did I put him in a different shelf? I might have put him in a different drawer. Hold on. There we go. Pigpen and this snowman. There we go. Go ahead and look at these things that I pulled. This came out of the big Salvation Army buy, which we are over halfway through. This is something that's been sitting around for ages and ages. I should probably just take the listing down because I'm gonna make what, $1 on that. And then that thing, I think I got that in a bulk buy from a buddy. I used to do consignment for him like ages ago, and I still do a little bit occasionally, and I would always put a note on something that was consignment, but this one didn't have that note, so I think, pretty sure, that I just bought it off him in a bulk of stuff. Cooper, let me know if that's not true. He watches all my videos, he's a big fan. Okay, back here, this, oh boy, big mess. There we go, 42093. Picked that up for like 10 bucks at a yard sale, I want to say, so pretty decent turnaround there. This one was from that great yard sale video a few videos back. I also had a Big Bang Theory that also sold, and I bought all 3 plus the Ewok Village for 180 bucks. And so this one puts us over the edge, and that's all paid off. DVD. Frankenstein Legacy Collection. Not a lot of money, but there you go. Okay. Bought a bunch of Hallmark ornaments for 20 bucks. Sold one for like 9. Sold another one for 5.10, it looks like it says. And I sold 2 at the yard sale this past weekend. There we go. So, yeah, that gets us pretty close to 20 bucks. And we still have all these, and I still have the whole box unlisted. I'm probably just gonna try and unload the rest at the flea market later this fall, because they take up a lot of space, and somebody will know what to do with them better than I do. So I had put a bunch of Marks stuff on auction, and if you're unfamiliar with Marks, it's like a plastic army men from like a long time ago, like the 60s, 70s, and you can, let's see if I can get a close-up of that. See, it says Marks, and you know, they're pretty cool. They're a little more detailed than your modern iteration of the figures. And I put these all up on an auction. Green ones, those were its own auction. This was its own auction. And somebody like spent 200 bucks on all these, which is bonkers to me, because I even disclosed in the listing, not all of them have the branding, but they came out of the same bin, so good chance they're from a similar era. And it still went for that crazy amount of money, which is really cool. So somebody paid $200 for all that. I forget what somebody paid for this, a decent chunk of change, and I'm gonna ship that off. This was also on auction, but it didn't sell. So I think I'm gonna just include it with this guy because I'm worried he's gonna like start examining these and it's not gonna be what he thought it was and he spent a lot of money. So I'm just gonna be like, hey, here's extra stuff just in case, you know? I feel like that's the nice thing to do. The trucks and stuff went for 50, so 250 bucks. I bought all of that and this cowboy stuff for 100 bucks at an estate sale, knowing that I would get more than that, but it turned out to be far more than I thought it was gonna be. I haven't even listed that stuff yet. The mountain, I'm still parting out pieces. There's probably another 100 bucks in that. So, you know, if you're out and about and you see that Marks logo on stuff, could be worth picking up. Here's that box of Marks figures. Said, hi, you'll notice some extras. Had an auction that no one bid on and included some extra Western stuff. I love Marks, but as a Lego collector, I only have so much space. Happy it's going to someone who will appreciate it. Thanks. Oh, we need to update our goals board. And let's do that, and then we'll talk what the Bricklink order was. So here are the old numbers. And let me update. All right, we hit our charity goal, $1,000, well before the end of the year. So we need to figure out what to do with that $1,000. But we'll think of something. TikTok hasn't changed much. Clones, 163 out of 200,000. There they are. Watch hours. Oops, I didn't update watch hours. Hold on. There we go. 3,484, and we need 4,000 to get monetized with watch hours, and we're so close to hitting it. Actually, this should probably hit 500 when it updates at the end of today. And then we'll probably be around 3,600 by the time this video posts, actually. So, and then I set a sales goal of $100,000 for the year, and we're at 33, and it's August. So I don't know if we're gonna hit that, but we're gonna do all we can. And we just had a second Bricklink order come in, so let's start getting those pulled. All right, this one is actually pretty nuts. 125 of those for $5. I need to invoice him because I didn't charge him for the shipping for some reason. Okay, here's the other order for a total of $14.83. Yeah, it's, how do I want to say this? I don't encourage people to get into selling Lego like this because it is very time consuming and space intensive. You can see, like, I don't even have a ton of space for it yet. And I need more space to grow, hence the yard sale video. But I enjoy it, and I label almost everything. I'm still finding stuff that I forgot to label, but you have to love this to get into it. If you're watching this because you think Lego is like a get-rich-quick scheme, it is not. And that guy paid pretty quick, so that's 125, and I included 3 extra just in case I miscounted or something broke or something. So we'll get that packed up too. So including Friday, Saturday's yard sale, and all my eBay sales, and all the Bricklink sales, after fees, after shipping, it was a $730 weekend and 39 cents. $730.39 weekend. So not a bad weekend, which is going to make me feel much more confident during my July report. So let's get to that. Okay, some of this may sound pretty bad at first, but just stick with it. Stick with me, okay? Let's run some numbers. Gross sales of $5,059.27, which is pretty on par with what we've been doing. Actually, it's probably like our 3rd best month gross sales wise. June being our best so far. So that's great. Fees, can't control fees, minus $716.34. Those are eBay and Bricklink fees. Shipping, you know what? I need to compare and contrast a little bit with what the new shipping changes here in the US are doing to that number. I probably need a couple more months of data to do that, but that'll be very interesting to see. Consignment, I'm trying to get out of doing consignment. But it was kind of a weird, it's been kind of a weird summer weather-wise, so I took some on. I need to pay out $177.48 to somebody. Those are the shoes. We didn't ship out any shoes today, but if you've been following along, you've seen some. Cost of goods, I kind of went off the rails a little bit in July. $1,831.61. Yikes. And some of that, you know, that Salvation Army buy was 280 bucks. That same day, I spent 378 at yard sales. This was also the month that I spent the 250 on the big minifigure haul, which we're in the profit on now, but we still haven't sold everything. And something to keep in mind is that all happened fairly late in the month. The Salvation Army buy with the yard sale buys that happened on the same day, totaling like over 600 bucks of that 1,800 was on the 22nd of the month. So I only had like 9 days to make up that gap. And we're getting there, we are getting there. You know, some of that sold today, as you saw. But it's definitely like skewing the numbers into the low end for July. So keep that in mind as we keep going. Shipping supplies, $280.75. I don't spend a lot of money on shipping supplies, I feel like, compared to a lot of people. I think I can still do better. Like, I still buy my bubble wrap at Staples. I need to like find a better source. But it was like once a quarter I order a bunch, and so that's a big chunk of that, and that number will not be that high for August. Just a lot of things happened this month. Other expenses, storage unit, additional like subscription fees and things like that, $201.74. I did take a TikTok payout for $14.35. And I did some freelance like photo retouching, which again, I don't want to be doing, but we need the cash right now, for $25. And that left us with a whopping $1,015.24. That is not enough to live on, but again, keep all that stuff in mind about a lot of my spending happening towards the end of the month. That's one. Two, I did a video editing gig that I thought was going to be wrapped up in July, but we're still putting finishing touches on it. August 7th today. But that's shaping up to be like an $800 thing. There was one more thing I wanted to mention with that. I can't remember what it was. Oh well. The point is like a lot of spending happened late, and there's a lot of incoming money that hasn't happened yet. Now, obviously, I do need to get this Lego business aspect thing to a point where I don't rely on like that $800 video editing gig. That should be extra. That should be a bonus. It shouldn't be like subsidizing what my business is trying to be. So that's a lesson I need to learn there, and get my house in order a little bit, right? The yard sale, I knew the yard sale was coming up, which was, I know in the last video I said I wanted it to be more, but it was like a good almost $300 like cash injection into the business that I can spend smarter. So that's good too. Some more interesting numbers. 24% of all of July's sales was Lego. Between Bricklink and eBay, 24% of all sales was a Lego package, and 15% of all sales happened through Bricklink. So we are steadily growing in that area, and we're just gonna keep pushing for it. You know, I keep saying I hope by the end of the year I'm like 80% Lego, and I don't know if I'll get there per se, but it's definitely getting better. Just, I had mentioned wanting to check out the sales thing. So in July, gross was $5,059. In April's was $5,200. which is fairly comparable. And in April, before the post office change, I had spent $980 on shipping. In July, I only spent $875, so it did come down a little bit. Now there are some other factors that could be going into that. Maybe more of my April sales were priority mail versus first class, now ground shipping. So that'll be interesting to see as we collect more data there. That's gonna do it for this video. Thank you all for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button if you found any of this interesting or useful. As I mentioned, we are so close to being monetized. It is like like I check it constantly at this point because I'm like, are we there yet? Are we there yet? And it's just gonna be so cool. It's gonna be another element that will help the business grow. So it's almost there. I'm very excited. I'll catch y'all later. Have a good one. Find some Lego. Have fun.